Hey everybody, what's up from Roll, Minnesota, your state of skate. Hey, I'm Butch Lehman, and today we're in for another episode of Rolling Reactions. Today's episode is taking us over to Russia to feature a skater that has some of the best style I have ever seen. The skater's name is Kirill Kotchetkov, and it's not just the style that he brings to the table, he also brings in some incredibly technical tricks that just leave my jaw dropped. Now, Kirill's been skating for a long time, doing it at a very high level. And so in this video, we're going to take a look at some of his video parts, both park and street, from 2013 up to 2020. And this is one you don't want to miss. I don't know how he does it. He is a magician on the skates. Anyway, guys, I invite you to join me for this episode. Let's check it out. All right, this first section is from Sib 2017-2018. And this park edit is just fire. Like, every trick that he does is amazingly executed, but it also is done with the level of style that you would just expect to see from Karil. Like, look at that, going up on the fish brain stall all the way up on that massive vert wall. And this is the type of skate park that I would be totally down with. This is the type of skating that I personally enjoy. And seeing the kind of style he brings to the table on his tricks, some of the lines he's able to do, is incredibly impressive. Coming up fakie on this one. Kind of dangerous on the fish stall going in between the 2x4s there. The fakie 360s that he does out of grinds is one of the things I think of most when I watch him skate. Just the landing, it's really compact and tight. And that's something that, I don't know, it just develops over time, I guess, and every skater has their own way of landing tricks and rolling away. But in my mind, his is some of the best. Look how squatted that is. That's just amazing. And that is one of the most gorgeous looking alley-oop fish brains I think I've ever seen. I mean, set that on slow-mo, put it on repeat. That's the kind of thing that I could watch over and over again. Textbook. Coming in with the wall ride to true top acid, coming back to forward. You know I love the box jumps. I'm kind of an air park skater myself. Really nice transition there going in from the Macchio to the, what was it, a kind grind or maybe a misfit? Went by a little too quick for me to catch, but look at those fakie threes, man. I'm telling you. He is the real deal. And one of the things that I love about the culture of inline skating is it is this global community, this global family, where you can watch skaters and interact with skaters on social media or in person or at competitions from every part of the world. And we all share this common goal, this common vision, common passion. And so, you know, it's kind of cool having that diversified aspect to rollerblading. God, that was good. Looking up to the heavens. There's some transcendence happening in this edit. Love the sub box too. Coming in fakie. Little hand plant out there. He was excited for that. That's actually a trick that I used to do, except I use the opposite hand reaching across, going alley-oop sole. Yeah, it's still a pretty cool trick, though, with the combination of the lower body positioning and the technicality of the grind, but also throwing in some of that little extra. Love it, man. If we jump ahead a little bit to 2019, this is a street profile that I was able to find from Karil. And there aren't a lot of street profiles or clips that I could find from him that are actually full-length sections. So if you guys know of any like actual profiles from videos, I definitely want to watch those. Let me know down in the comments below where to find them, and I'd be happy to take a look, because everything that he does is so engaging to watch, whether it's from the style or just the trick selection or some of the variations. Like, I don't know if you caught that, but there was like this little shifty out of that TTP right at the end. And it's that little attentiveness to detail that I think makes for a really engaging skater. Dropping down into the true spin Macchio. You always got to love a good backslide, and that's a pretty tall one to jump into there around the curve rail. Just chilling on that alley-oop P-star. Like, really locked into it. Got the shotgun rails. Those are always a bit deadly. And this trick is maybe my favorite one here. Textbook fish, grabbing it, making it look great, but dropping down from the ledge first without any hesitation or without any misbalance. It's just like right into that perfect lock. Style is one of those things that's sometimes controversial to talk about in inline skating because everybody has their own personal preference when it comes to style. What looks good to one person is subjective and might not apply to everybody universally. But I think we can all respect the different styles that exist out there and acknowledge when people are doing things in a creative, innovative, and fluid manner. And Karil is definitely on the top of that game when it comes to his own unique style to the tricks that he's doing. Loving the transfer here. It's like a 90-degree topsoul transfer. So he's not just killing it at the parks. Even with these types of street clips, he's still doing some amazing tricks. Speaking of amazing tricks, I did find this section. It's a little 1-minute profile from Barcelona. So I'm assuming this was like a tour that he was on with another team perhaps. But he is just destroying every spot he comes in contact with. Like, look how long he holds that TTP. And by the way, that spot looks amazing. Little like bank to ledge. That's exactly what I would want to skate. Now we're going true spin X. And you'll see how many tricks he lands on that spot. It is just one after another, just a destruction session. Another cool rail transfer off of the ledge. And this one is maybe my favorite. I love hurricane topsouls, and that's the perfect setup for it. Even giving like a certain distance to go to make it count where the ledge dropped off. So hurricane topsoul, doing it beautifully, and just a really well-rounded skater. Another switch up that I absolutely love here. This is one that I've done a few times, even on a couple rails occasionally, and it's a tough one to really lock into. It takes a lot of commitment. He's just making it look easy. This is something you'll see a lot from Karil, but his skating, he is a master of the dark side grind, just kind of launching over into the far side. That's something you'll definitely see. All right, we'll wrap this up by taking one more look at another park edit. And this one was from 2013, so it was almost 10 years ago. And at the time, Karil was riding Razors. You guys can correct me in the comments, but I believe he had a pro boot from Razors at some point. We already talked about how he's the master of the dark side grind, but right there, we've got the full alley-oop dark side top horn, which is not an easy trick, especially, going back 9 years ago. Speaking of which, to have this level of confidence, style, trick selection, consistency at this age, to me was perfect signal that he would be one of the innovators of inline skating for the future, that this kid was special. I love that fish brain. This one we're going in with a really clean true spin Macchio. I really like the setup with the little launch into the sub box. Definitely my type of thing to skate right there. Got a backside Savannah setting up for a line. And one of my personal favorite tricks here, the Phillip 66 on a spine. It's actually a fairly easy trick to learn if you can get down the fakie 180 hand plant over a spine, but it's one that just looks good, it feels good. I absolutely love that trick. Gotta love some of the setups he's put together here too, using the sub box in interesting ways, doing some transfers, some different lines. Good variety. This is another trick that I really like. All the fakie spins into grinds have always felt more comfortable for me than forward. And so those full cab fakies and 450 fakies, love them. Big 720, he lost the hat, but he still rode away and made it look perfect. Here we go again. Said it before, I'll say it again. Those dark side grinds, even throwing a switch up in this time. Going 540 to kind grind down a drop box. Pretty dangerous trick and spot to do that on. But again, showing off that technical ability where it's not just the dark sides, it's not just the spins, it's not just the hand plants. We've got the spin to grinds as well. Evidenced here with this massive hurricane topsoul on a box that would not be forgiving to miss on. Going back to the box jump. Big flat spin 540. Losing the hat again. But, just really solid skating. Oh, I didn't even notice that. There's a pole jam backsliding up into that alley-oop top horn. I don't know what to say, guys. He's great. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this episode with Kirill Kotchetkov. He's an amazing skater, and it's pretty rare to find somebody with that blend of style and technicality all wrapped into one package. Now, I'm pretty fortunate. I love the skating community. It's something I'm really passionate about. But one of the things I love the most is how diverse and globalized this community is, where we can have this family in other countries across the world with different interests, different passions, different ages, different types of skating. And that to me is one of the most gratifying things. So when I can use this channel to spotlight and highlight all of the good that other skaters are doing in the community and featuring them on this channel, showing them some love, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm passionate about. Anyway, guys, I enjoyed spending this time with you. Thanks for checking out this video, and definitely go take a look at some of Kiril's videos on YouTube. He has a whole channel, as well as his Instagram page. That kind of love is what we can all do to help support our fellow bladers. Anyway, guys, I'm Butch Lehman of Roll, Minnesota, reminding you to stay safe, stay healthy, and get out there and do some rollerblading. We'll see y'all with the next video. Until then, peace, everybody.